look at you strange, saying you changed, like you worked that hard to stay the same.
Welcome everyone to episode 20 of Boxes in the Basement. It's your boy. We are at the dub mark. We speeding right along. You know, we're not rushing though. They say quality over quantity. So with that being said, everything that I cop, I don't make a video or do a review on. Only ones that I know that work for me, or I know ones that I have talked about, I've been in discussion with, and you know, people have been wanting to know about them. So a lot of times I cop up just to see if what I heard is what it is. You see what I'm saying? And then sometimes I don't go with it. You know what I mean? I end up selling it, you know, or doing something, giving it away. But a lot of times, ones that I hear that can, you know, work performance-wise, I cop them and then they work. But ones that I know that actually, you know, you can get your bang for your buck, you know, decent price points. But it's not the case with that one. So with that being said, we're gonna get right into it. The Adapt, Nike Adapt BB 2.0. So this is the origination episode, 20th episode. Let's take it right out the box. I'll show you guys the box. So box is kind of husky. You know, it's more narrow, not like the running shoe editions. You know, it says year 2020 on the box. I don't know if y'all can see all that. But let's take the other shoe out the box. It has the charging pad. It has the, you know, all the intricate details. And I'm more so of a guy that is, give me the good news, or give me the bad news before the good news. I want to end on a good note. The bad news is you can't lace these up manually. You have to use the charge plug. Let's see, there it go, bomb. So you have to use the Adapt system, you know. I don't know if y'all can see. Bomb. So you'll have to do that. So if you don't charge it and you plan, and you need to tighten them up, you can't tighten them up. That's the only negative that I see to these. I tried them on, they feel like pillows, a little on the heavier side. Has this, it doesn't have the paper in it, it has the actual plastic, just like the Gamma Jordans or some of the Jordan series that has that insert. But this is, like I said, this is the origination episode. I'm gonna hold them up as I talk through how Boxes in the Basement originated. When you guys cop up, initially, not you know, if you grab something and you don't wear it, but you grab something and initially you bring it, the kicks or the footwear into the house, where do you first bring them? Where do you first bring them? Honest question. You know, I guess that's kind of rhetorical because you can't really answer it because this is a video, but it's an honest question because do you march in like, hey, I got, you know, I just grabbed these. Like, if you want to know what a $400 sneaker, hoopin' sneaker looks like, here it is. But I'm not just gonna march in the crib and just announce the price point. Shit, tell me later. But do you bring them into the closet? You know, do you put it underneath of your side of the bed? Or before you even make it in to the house, do you leave it in the trunk of your car? Do you stash it in the garage? Or even before you even make it into the actual premises, do you have it next to the trash can and then wait until an opportune time to bring them into the house? Like, these are all things that I've heard. These are all some things that I have done. Not all, some things I have done, but you know, some people, you know, put them in the trash bag. I heard, I haven't did this, but they put it in the trash bag and they put it on side of the trash can as if it was trash. And then when, you know, significant other goes to work, they bring them in the crib, you know. So for me, that's how Boxes in the Basement originated. So that's why I said this is an origination series, the 20th episode. We at that dub mark, and we're gonna get into some of the little details or whatever, but my first crib was a town home. It was 3 floors, so it didn't have a basement, right? So when I would bring the shoes in, how the process had started some years ago was the first floor was where I brought the shoes in and I left them there. You know what I mean? You take off your clothes or your jacket or your shoes from the day, you leave them on the first floor in the basement, so to speak. You know, for our situation, you go up to the second floor or third floor where, you know, you take care of what you got to take care of for the rest of the remainder of the day. So a lot of baggage, you know, dirt, debris, whatever, I don't wear throughout the house. I don't wear my shoes in the house, leave them in the mudroom, and then that was our basement, right? So our second crib wasn't that. It was a 2-story single family home. It had a basement, and I brought my shoes down there because I would train down there. So I had lifting weights, you know, pull-ups, dips, crunches, you know, the bar that goes to the top of the door frame where you do your pull-ups, jump rope, etc. You know, that's where I did my cardio at, running in place, jogging in place, things of that nature. So I brought my shoes down there in the basement, right? So now this crib, you know, I'm gonna do something magnificent with this basement. But as right now, I wanted it like in the trenches, like we in the mud, we in the, you know, it'd be cold down here sometime. It'd be if y'all see the sunlight raising through outside of the ring lights, it'd be hot. You see what I'm saying? It's a little chilly right now, but I'll be going through the elements for y'all in the basement. So that's the significance of how it was created, and the climate that you go through gives you that narrative. So let's get into it. Like I said, my videos at the max 7 to 9 minutes. I know the first finish line edition, we was in there for about 14 minutes. I had to chop the video up, but I'm learning. I'm going on the fly. You know, I haven't had really no practice outside of making these videos and talking to some folks, but this says power lacing system. So it actually has that on there, PLS. So I was wondering what that little acronym meant, power lacing system. It says version 2.0, Nike that BB 2020. So it actually has the year on this sole, the translucent sole. So another thing, I'm not sure if you're a fan of translucent. It does get dirty relatively quickly. If you wear it outside, it's gonna look like, you know, you walk through muddy water. But it does have the zoom technology. It says turbo zoom technology. And you actually can feel that word in these shoes. I'm not gonna hold you. So I don't know if this one was actually charged. But yeah, you can see the different lights. You see how it's flashing? Yeah, and then this one was like actually green, right? So I guess that red, I have to look at what the lights mean, you know what I mean? But that's what it is. Oh, that's dope, right? And it has this memorization in there, I heard, let's loosen it up. It has this memorization in there, I heard, that you can set it. So when you put your foot in there, it actually, when you press the button, you don't have to hold it down. You just put your foot in there, press the button, and it conforms to like the last foot that was in there. You know what I'm saying? And you can control it through your app, your phone app. This has L on this tongue, R on that one. So obviously that's left and right, unless you wear your shoe like that and you're gonna look like a young bull. But other than that, it seems cool. It has this like crazy like heel protector, which is kind of cool. You know what I mean? It has, I guess, an Achilles protection guard. These are mid-cut. They're not low, they're not high, it's a mid-cut. It has a QR code in there, if you can see. You know what I mean? So it has a QR code in there. Got to see what that's about. And then it has the actual sizing on the other side. But they're comfortable. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's a little different, you know, but I did want to show y'all the other end of the spectrum. I know I've been showing, you know, the Puma series prior to this one. It was $39.99. They were $120 or $110 when they first came out for retail. Then they were, now that colorway is $39.99. It's $40. 40, 80, 120, 160. You know, you got 4 pairs of shoes right there. I think I dropped like 180 and grabbed like 5 of them just because I like, you know, donating, giving away, you know, to less fortunate, not the gimmers or takers, but ones that I see actually are in need. The majority of the time they don't even ask for it. I just throw it to them, and then that's what it is. But I got some in the stash, some in the chamber. So when you have different shoes, I don't have $400 shoes in the clip like that, but when you have shoes in the chamber, you can just give them, boom, you can give them away and still have something, you know, for yourself. But it's better to give than to receive. So that's not all inclusively, but that is holistically, if you can catch my drift. These ones too, I mentioned in a little sample video I had prior to this one, just a little teaser, that the white ones I was going to grab, these are 400. These are the second editions, because you know they had the first editions of the BBs. But these ones, there's a white pair that has a translucent sole. They're all white, and it has the Weatherman, like the KD Weatherman pattern that was on the heel. It has it underneath, the material underneath. So the undercarriage has that. That's too much going on. That gets dirty too quick. I have had white shoes where I played in them, I want to say twice. And it looked like I played for about a month or 2 in them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm the type that takes a Lysol wipe, I spray them down, especially with a translucent sole. I spray Windex on it, boom, get that off there. You gotta rinse it off or rinse the sole down after you do that, because you don't want the material sitting on there eating away at it. You wanna keep translucent out of the sun. If you put it in a bag, you know, some people put it in the plastic Ziploc bags or the saran wrap and everything like that. The material can't breathe, especially translucent sole, because it's like it's not live, but it's like a living type of material, and it would dehydrate it relatively quickly. So you need to give it some air, like a damp, cool place, like a basement would be cool to stash your shoes, especially these. But some people have messed up their shoes because they don't preserve them, you know, the way that they should. So I appreciate y'all. This is a little longer than I anticipated, but I did want to get into the origination of how we got into this and look forward to some other stuff, you know, coming y'all's way. But I did want to show y'all the Nike Adapt BB 2.0, the first edition of first colorway. All right, take care.